Hello everybody and welcome back to another Expo video, and today, complete surroundings, I am in a new place right now, but let's talk about the big news, which is that Lomax basically going to be R360, the new Rebel Rugby League. Now I found this information as one of the first people, as a Parra'S Eel member myself. I got some members first news, which was this. I'll read it out to you right now, put it on the screen over there. The Parra'S Eels can confirm that Zach Lomax has been granted immediate release from his playing contract to pursue opportunities outside the NRL. The club would like to thank Zach for his contribution during his time with the Eels in 2025, and we wish him all the best for the future. So I got this at around 6, and I posted a little short about it, not too much detail, but short about it at around 15 minutes later when it finally uploaded, basically beating out all the big sources. But today I did want to go, you're obviously watching this a day after the news had broke, but with a bit more detail of what we could kind of expect. So let's just start it off with the basics. What's my really thoughts with Zach Lomax going? It's obviously really disappointing for Parra'S, as he looked like to be a key player, and this was only his first year at the club, and now he's already gone. Now more question, who else is going to play wing with Addo? It's not looking that good for us, and I would say this is definitely a disadvantage if we are trying to push to make the 8 for next year. Obviously, I'm also excited to see more stuff on the 10-year ban with Zach Lomax, and Payne Haas apparently might be going. This is basically Lomax confirmed, where you had Parra'S, maybe, I can't remember how long, maybe it was like a week or two ago, we had some similar news coming out from Melbourne Storm. And yeah, really, we're just going to start seeing these bans come fully into play soon. But yeah, this is disappointing. Unless Parra'S, we do let Zach go and talk to other NRL teams, he doesn't look like he'll be playing any NRL football anymore. But now we're going to go talk about who could possibly play on the wing. Now, before we go on to like a whole bunch of other teams and stuff, if we just look at this Parra team here, Bailey Simonson, I think he has to be that number 1 option. We've seen a bit of him from last season. I think he's a really good player. I would probably guess that would be, which is a very simple answer. You have Jake Targo there, sorry for the traffic, but Jake Targo there, who's another winger at the squad. If I'm just looking through, obviously you got Josh Adokar, who's there, but Richard Penasini as well. So if you have Bailey Simonson, Jake Targo, Josh Adokar, and Richard Penasini, that just all makes out the wing. Obviously you can argue that sometimes Zach Lomax plays in the centre position, but we've got Samrani, Penasini, guys like that, but mainly I think the focus is the wing, but which is, we've got Simonson, Adokar, Targo, and Richard Penasini there as options. Maybe we could come in and buy a centre, but I don't think that's necessarily needed. Let's look. We're at this point in the season where, well, not in the season, obviously in the off season, but where most big players are already in contract. So for us to get a decent winger, we would need this team to just allow them to negotiate. If you just look at some of the best wingers, you've got Xavier Coates, Mark Nongo, Itawase, Daniel Tupou, Dean Mariner, Ronaldo Mutalio, like any of these guys, mate, that would make the Eels team so much better. Jacob Carraz, Roger Tavasi-Shek, messed out to really Paul Alamotti, Brian Toto, so many players who would improve Parra'S. But look, I don't see that happening. I see them keeping basically the squad. Maybe they're bringing some sort of a youngster they are able to get out of contract. But look, I like decently Simonson, Targo, Penasini. We've got options on the wing, and I feel like that might just hold us until the 2027 season, where we might consider bringing in a top class winger. Also with Adokar getting old, let's really just see how that works. But thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Give me your thoughts down below. Obviously this was a day later, so I did do a YouTube short as soon as I found out the news, so check that out as well, and all of my other content. And of course, this is not a fake. I know my latest main video was me fooling the internet, kind of, the NRL stuff. Check it out, by the way. But yeah, this is not fake, completely real, and hopefully most of you know that, because it's been a day old when you see this. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.